I think it's about to storm outside, but what's up, familia? I have a towel right here because my hands get clammy, so I gotta rub them and dry them every once in a while. So today we're editing eyes. Okay, we're working on eyes and playing with different eyes. I did like a little reel on here on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts, but I want, and Patreon saw this video first, but I want to show you guys a deeper like version of it. So Command-Shift-5, we're gonna go ahead and start the screen recording now. Okay. So editing eyes, you guys, editing eyes is actually not crazy hard. It's actually pretty easy, but if you go too fast and do too much, you can mess yourself up. So right here, we have the image that we want to edit, right? So the first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and color correct it a little bit. I'm going to go with my shadows, change my shadows around just a little bit. You see shadows are going to help you with those eyes, right? We're going to go shadows just a little bit. We're going to go up exposure just a little bit. And now, boom, let's go ahead and go into mask. You're going to hit right here on the right side, hit mask. You know what I'm saying? And then here you're going to go to radial gradient. You could just tap R if you want, and it'll just go to radial gradient. Zoom into the eye as much as possible to really get an accurate, you know, scale on this eye. Just like so, boom. And now you can literally move this around and you can mesh and change it as needed, just like so, right? So you can make the radius come in more and like go out less, or you can make it go out more. You know what I'm saying? So I leave mine like this a little bit. Boom. So now we're going to go ahead and go to create a new mask. We're going to go to radial gradient once again, and now we're going to create one on this eye. These are contacts, as you guys can see. They're not her eyes. She has two different contacts in, but I want to boost the colors of these eyes and the colors of these contacts to make them look a little bit more crazy. All right, so we have this mask right here. So the first thing I'm going to do with this mask is I'm going to show you guys. You guys see the overlay, how it's laid on it, right? I'm going to go to shadows. I'm going to boost shadows up to 100%. It's going to show you guys how it looks before, after. Shadows immediately already is going to do really a lot of the work. I'm going to go ahead and take off this overlay so you guys can just see it without the overlay, right? Now I'm going to go right here to this point curve. I'm going to make this one yellow, right? So I'm already on the right point curve, the blue and the yellow point curve. I'm going to make a point curve in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and curve it down towards the yellow, just like so. So you can really kind of like, you know, you can go crazy, you can go not so crazy, you can go a little bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? You could do a pinpoint and you pin it back a little bit, because I want like a little bit, but I don't want it to go too much like this. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Boom. So I got it kind of the way that I want. I'm going to go right here with the temperature and change that temperature down as well. See the before, see the after. I want it to look kind of like unrealistic and like glowy a little bit. I'm also going to go down here to where it says clarity. I'm going to go down on the clarity. You guys can go up on the clarity and it can make it look a lot more like this. Always scale out to see what it would look like with it, so you guys can see before, right? After, before, after. But me personally, I'm going to go down a little bit on the clarity, and I'm going to go up on the texture. So that texture is going to now let that eye be like, whoa, like, oh my God, right? I'm going to go up on the sharpness of the eye as well, just a little bit. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side, but the opposite way. So instead of doing yellow, I'm going to be doing blue this time. So I'm going to go up to these point curves, and then my shadows, go up my shadow, right? You guys see the before, after, shadow. I'm gonna go up in the exposure just a little bit. If you go up in the exposure all the way, that's what's gonna happen to the eye. You don't want that to happen. You don't want it to look fake. I'm gonna hit a point curve in the middle, curve this all the way down to here to be blue. Take some curves right here, bring some of these curves back a little bit, so it's not too crazy. There we go, boom. And then right here with the temperature, I'm gonna go down to blue as well. Don't go too crazy. You still wanna see a little bit of that inside right there. I'm gonna go down to sharpness up, texture up, clarity down a little bit. You can go up on your clarity if you want. If you want to look like that, you can go up on your clarity, but I don't want my clarity looking like that. This is just a personal thing right here. Boom, just like so, right? And now it's exactly how you want it. You can remove out of here, and now boom, you got this. Like, what? Look at the before, now look at the after. Insanity. And then you can literally do this with every single one of them. So like, for example, I did this one too. This is the before, this is the after. This is a really good one because I had a really good selection on her eyes, you guys. Kind of played around with this one a little bit too. I did the same exact thing that I just showed you guys, and you can literally duplicate this as many times as you want. You can make it as vivid as you want, as much as you want. You can really just like kind of play around with this thing, man. Go to the different mask and do the same thing to the other side. Hold space to move it around, clicking on here, right here. And you can do this with like kind of anything that's a circle. Like if you want to do this little diamond right here, make that diamond blame off even more, you can. Her nose, like you can like spot mask, if that makes sense. I don't even think I would like title this video that, because yeah, but like you can spot mask little things and it will have like great impact if you do some spot masking. You guys can see, boom. So now hold space, click, back out. Now you can go back to your regular, and then literally now you can see the before and the after, the before and the after. And you could even go down the shadows on her regular skin to make it not look so crazy. Like, look at that. That's insanity. You got this one right here. We're gonna play with this one. I'm about to just, I was playing with it earlier, but I'm gonna go up in the shadows a little bit, right? I'm gonna click into her face, kind of make sure I could see those eyes. All right, bet. Now I'm literally gonna go right in here in the mask. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna go to radial. You can go to radial, you can go to object. It's a lot, like, you know what I'm saying. Let's try object, you guys. For you guys, let's see. So object, it should be able to just select her eye right here. Hopefully it selects what we want. Yeah, see, boom. And you can select that object, and I'm gonna select this eye too. That's probably a little bit easier for you guys. So now both of them at the same time, it can make them both go up. So now I can go up on the shadows on both of them to make them both brighter. So now when I zoom out, hold space and click, and I look at it like before, after, this is insane, right? And now I could zoom in, and I could even create a new mask, and I can create a new mask for just one of the eyes, right? So I'm gonna create a new mask, and I'm gonna create right here, layer this one eye, right there, boom. And now I could play around with this. I could do shadow even more, right? And now I can make this one go blue. I can go crazy with the blue if I wanted to. I already showed you guys how to do it. Now guess what? New mask layer, object, hold space, and then you can scroll over, letting it load. Hold on. Letting it load. There we go. Boom. And now you want to go object, and then you want to select. It's going to be selection right here. The new object layer. I want to delete this one though. Delete. There we go. And now we can go up on the shadows and go down to yellow this time, but not go crazy. Bring that little boost up a little bit. There we go. And then we can go tint to yellow as well. And now if you go down, you guys can play with your clarity. I know you guys like it up like this, so that it looks a little bit more real. Texture up. Go the same thing on this last mask we just did. Hold space, and you can scroll over. Go up on that clarity, and then hold space, click. Now you guys can go back to your regular menu, and you can see the before, and you can see the after. This is crazy. It's gonna be a hard thumbnail right here, ain't it? That's gonna be hard. But literally, you can do this with every single one of them, man. You can do this with this one. I already did this one already. You guys can see the before, the after. It's like the color that was already in there. You can kind of play with that color. You can do. I can do it with this one too. I didn't do the after yet, but you guys can see that she does have eyes, but they're not showing as much. So I could do this, and I can make those eyes show even more. Right? Same thing with these other ones, like this one right here. She's not showing her eyes too much, but if I go up on the shadow, you can see the eyes. I can make them show even more if I wanted to, but I like that it's dark like this, so I'm gonna leave this one dark like this. But all of these different ones, you could do that. This one right here too. All of these, man, you can just like play around with them, have fun with the different eyes. Just do the exact same. It's the exact same thing each time. You can go to object or radial, and you just select the object, and it should help you select it. Boom. And now you could just play around with the highlights and the colors. You want it to be yellow, go yellow. You can play around with the texture, the clarity. After you do it enough times, it just becomes like second nature. It's not even like, oh, you're not even thinking about how you're gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, you're just doing it. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like boom, boom, boom. You know, it just becomes like it's what it's just what you're doing. It's just a part of what you're doing. It becomes a part of the workflow. Now you can go up on the shadows. We're gonna go up on here to blue, right? Bring this part down a little bit. Bring this part down also a little bit. You don't want to look too like fake, y'all boys. There you go. Tint, texture, clarity, bam. Hold space, click, back out, go back, boom. Literally, before, after, before, after. Nice little quick little, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So let me know if you guys like this tutorial, if you guys want to see more like this, little quick tutorials, something to give you guys a little bit, you know, a little quick tips however you guys can get back out there and start creating. I always get asked how I do that with the eyes, and that's how I do it. So I love you guys. Until next time, taxi.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. I say so long, farewell to you, my friends.